Louise here. Welcome to Lockdown Chats. Today I'm chatting to Jack Wood, and he's going to tell us a bit about his story in the music industry so far and his thoughts on everything that's going on at the moment. So, Jack, if you could start by telling us a bit about who you are and where you got where you were.
Yeah. Oh, this is weird being on this side of it. I guess I'd probably say like a broadcaster, because I find radio presenting like I'm a radio DJ. It sounds really great in the 90s. So broadcaster
Okay.
is probably the overall enveloping umbrella clause. So yeah, I'm a radio broadcaster at the moment. I'm on Radio X. I do weekends there and cover and stuff when they need me. Yeah, and I do other bits and bobs. I do actual DJing every now and again, and like do interviewing with bands and do a bit of writing and stuff like that. So yeah, that's sort of me. A little bit of comedy every now and again if the
Nice.
mood takes me. Yes.
I didn't know about the comedy bit.
Yeah, well, it's a recent acquisition. So I was doing these little 5-minute stand-up sets around London.
Oh,
And
cool.
I was quite enjoying them, and then lockdown happened,
Yeah.
and can't do them. And people want you to do them. You can do them online like
Mm.
this, and it's just I don't mind you guys seeing my bed frame, but it's not particularly amusing, and it feels very personal to sort of do that. Like, what's my backdrop going to look like? Is it part of the joke? Am I not?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not feeling particularly funny when it comes to
Okay.
writing, so I've kind of like stepped back and not tried to push that a little bit.
Mm.
But I'm looking forward to getting back to normal and feeling like I want to write again. So yeah, it's been an interesting time,
Mm.
to say the least. But it feels,
has.
like we were saying before, it just feels really. There's a weird feeling at the moment where it like Corona feels quite distant for a lot of people. I'm sure it's not for everyone, and I'm
Yeah.
sure for a lot of people who are still suffering, it's very much in their thoughts. But I think general sort of like zeitgeist. It's less about the disease and more about what are we doing? Like, are we allowed to go to the pubs? Are we allowed to do to this? And it's not so much as like the disease anymore. It's kind of like, oh, like I just want a pint. I want to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
That's the attitude now, which
Yeah,
is
that's fair. It's sort of moved on from the group sort of thinking, which I guess it's just because it was something that was so new. Everyone was just like, oh my God, what's going on? And so everyone kind of just sort of was well, maybe the instructions were a bit clearer. Like when lockdown started, it was like, oh, I get that. I'm not allowed to leave the house. Okay. Oh, I can leave the house for exercise. Okay. And then, yeah, now it's become a bit more like, well, you can sort of do this, maybe do that, maybe don't do this. You could do that though. And then everyone's like, not really sure. And then they're just like, oh, when can I have a pint? So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Are we still supposed to be staying alert? Because that was the last big message, wasn't it? And I've not been that alert for a long time.
You know,
So I feel like I'm letting people know.
Oh dear. So I saw as well that you've been going into the studio, right?
Yeah. So
how's that been?
Weirdly, when lockdown happened, I was covering daytimes. I was on 10 to 1. So it kind of happened. I was like, oh, so everyone's at home and everyone's listening. It was kind of like, oh, that's kind of nice. But yeah, I've really enjoyed going into the studios. I'm really glad I've not been doing it all from home, because I think that'd drive me mad. And I feel very safe doing it. So I'm not even been getting taxis. I've been walking.
Yeah.
And
so
like,
you live nearby?
It's like 4 miles away.
Okay.
So the other day I bought a bike, so that's my new love. But yeah, so I haven't felt bad going into the studio, because it breaks up my week a little bit, and because there's so little people in there, so it's just me in the studio. There's no producer or anything like that.
Oh wow.
In the same room, so it's just me, and it feels like the safest place, because like it's been cleaned between every presenter, and like when I go in, I get a little alcohol wipe and wipe over the desks and stuff like that. So it's never felt unsafe. Yeah. So it felt quite good to get there. It just feels strange that obviously there's a lot of people in the company with massive company they're not in. It feels weird to go in and you could just be the only person walking around. Yeah.
You don't get any of the social element. I mean, you're chatting to people all the time, like they're talking back to you maybe on social media and phone calls, but you've not got the actual physical one-to-one that you'd usually get with the people.
Yeah, it's sort of like, well, you know what radio's like. It's like going to the pub on your own and just trying to chat to people that aren't really listening to you. And that's how I take it. So it's still like that a little bit. And I found that in lockdown when you were sort of broadcasting, It was kind of more a conversation than I'd had for a long time. So people more wanted a reaction. People wanted to be part of it because they felt cut off from everyone.
Yeah. A global community was kind of formed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was really nice, and it really helped me through it. Like, because it's nice to know that other people were feeling the same way I was. So when I said something, they'd be like, "Oh my god, that's how I feel." Like, I was really tense about going to like supermarkets and stuff at the start. And you spoke about it, and then suddenly everyone was like, "Oh my god, same here." Like, but this is what I've been doing, and it was really nice to have that. And we're just like a music led rock and roll indie station. So if we were having these conversations, everyone else must have. And I think that's why radio is so important, because it's instant communication at the moment. Like,
definitely.
you literally think something and say it. Like, do you know what? 2020 is what it is. Like, we just got to push through. Like, I know that everyone's always like uses it, and I think you can use it as a positive, being like, this is going to be my year. And I do feel bad for the people who were genuinely was going to be their year. Imagine if you were a band who were about to bring out like their first album, and you got all the press and you're about to go on tour. Oh my god, I'm going to quit my day job because I'm going on tour. And then this happens. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to anyone in any career that was about to make that leap, that was about to make that step, and it's been stopped because of this. Because it must be heartbreaking. Like, the amount of work you put in to get to that level, and it's been a setback. But I think if the positive of it is, if you got to that level, you're going to make it again, 100%. It's not the end, but my heart goes out to you, genuinely. It's cool.
I guess you could come back bigger and better as well. You never know. Like, depends what you take from it. If you're gonna sort of wallow, then that might make it harder to move forward. But if you find a way to sort of be like, yeah, fair enough, I mean, it's happening to everyone kind of thing, then, which I hope most people are taking that approach, because it's not just happening to one person, it's happening to everyone. So it probably makes it easier to say, okay, fine, I'll try again. And, you know, it takes away some of the personal blame that they might feel if it had happened any other way.
Yeah. And I think the opposite side of the coin, the flip side, some might say, is that you shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself as well, because there is barriers at the moment in terms of what you can do, what you can't do. So yeah, I know you want to be getting out there, getting as much done as you can, and it's frustrating and it's draining mentally to always be wanting to push when you can't push on anything. And I think you can put that motivation into something else if you can make it positive. But if not, then, enjoy this time. This sounds a horrible thing to say because so many people are suffering, and obviously I may tell that very lightly. I mean, like, if you have the opportunity to have a bit of free time, you might never get this again. And
Exactly.
Like yourself, then embrace it. Like, if you
I am
can.
embracing it. I am embracing it.
Because what else can you do?
Yeah.
Like, you're in this situation, you got to make the best of it. That's life.
Have you discovered any cool new artists in lockdown that you want to sing or shout about?
Well, I've been doing my own little like Instagram, YouTube series myself called Full of the Bands.
I've seen that. It's very good. It's very funny.
It's daft. I love it.
I love it though.
Yeah, it was just an idea I had because I started having a bath just to sort of relax myself.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I want to do a video series, but I want it to be different. So, like any good idea for radio, for anything, the name comes first. And I thought, Bath Full of the Bands. It's like Battle of the Bands, but with a soapy edge to it. I've got one coming out soon with a band called Goandogs. They're from Bristol.
Oh, cool.
And it's sort of like this like psychedelic guitar type vibe.
Ooh, sounds fun.
I love it. If you like Glass Animals, they're really good. Like Glass Animals.
Oh, I love Glass Animals.
So they're worth checking out. It's really digestible, I'd say. And they've just brought a new song out called Zombies. So like, check that one out. That really grabbed me.
I shall.
So they're worth checking out. I did an interview with Wyldest, Zoe from Wyldest. And she got really like, I mean, she's always been brilliant, and she makes really relaxing music that's sort of like a little mind massage. She's like a little mind masseuse in her music. So I can't actually like, she's so good that I just stick on like a playlist of her songs.
Mm.
and I don't know any of the song names because I'm just listening. I'm not thinking
Yes,
about
yeah, I
anything else.
really know what you mean. Yeah.
It's really unwinding. So I'm so sorry, Wyldest, if you're watching this. I'm not recommending any songs because they're all brilliant. But yeah, and she was a lot of fun, and she was a really good chat. And they did a great cover. I can name one song. They did a really good cover of "You Could Be Happy." They got put on Love Island
Oh
last
wow,
year.
okay.
And then Gary Lightbody from Snow Patrol heard it and loved it and invited her on stage to sing it with him when he
Amazing.
was in London. So brilliant, absolutely amazing voice. So well worth checking out. And do you know what? Weirdly, do you know Tom Rosenthal?
I do. Yeah, I do. I'm not sure
So
why, but I do.
yeah. So he's also the name of an actor who's in Friday Night Dinner, but this is
Uh,
the artist. This is the
okay.
artist.
Now I don't know which one I know. Maybe I know them both.
Yeah. So I didn't know much about him, but he did a song with a guy I really like called Cosmos Sheldrake a while
Hmm.
back. Swarm, Swamp, Swim.
Yeah.
And Cosmos Sheldrake does like really good sampling of like natural sort of events. So he's done a series at the moment where he's releasing songs all written and like played on bird song. So it's different bird song and he writes them and they're all sort of out there and
Wow.
really
Sounds so
lovely.
cool.
And when he collaborated with Tom Rosenthal, I was
Mm.
brought into his world. And I've got obsessed with this song called Watermelon, where the
Okay.
first minutes of the song, all he says is watermelon. And
What, like on
it's,
repeat or?
yeah. And it sounds like it'll be irritating, but it's one of the happiest songs at the moment. And it's really helping me just like unwind and feel a
Oh
bit
my
giddy
God.
and cartoony.
Amazing. I'll check it out.
So, and the video's lovely as well. So, yeah, check that out. That's my free tips at the moment.
Mm.
I love them all. So yeah, it's been a good time. Did you
Mm.
find? I found this really weird. So at the start of lockdown, I stopped looking for new music, and that's something I've done. I always
Yeah.
do. I just listened to old stuff that I found comforting because I was so stressed and tense. I didn't want to introduce anything new into the flux.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
sometimes I was watching and listening to the same stuff. I was going back. I watched the old series of Life on Mars on
yeah.
repeat. So what a comfort. So only recently I've started looking for new music again. So I find that an interesting sort of.
Mm. Yeah, no, definitely. I actually found an article on that, which I ended up sharing because I found it so interesting. Because I had a bit of both. It really just depended on the day. Like some days I'd be like, I just really need new music. And I'd like search out, go New Music Friday, or I might go a bit further afield. I would say though, overall, I'm still not delving quite as deep as I usually would. Like it's the peripheral level, but I'm still sort of searching a bit more. But one thing as well I did is I would sort of ask people for recommendations new to me, but not necessarily new, just like, albums that maybe I hadn't listened to and those kind of things. Because again, maybe there was some comfort in the fact that everyone else had already been like, this is good, you can listen to this. So I was like, okay, great. Like maybe you just want to take less risks. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I guess that could be it as well. Like you want, like I was going back to stuff from like 2011 because
Yeah.
for me that was
Is
like a
that the
really
good
good year.
times?
It was a great year for music, and I
Yeah.
think so much you appreciate a year for music because it's a big year for you. So
Mm.
like 2011, I think I was in like college and
Yeah.
like I learned to drive, so there was all this freedom, and it was like I went to like multiple festivals that summer and was doing like bits and bobs, like getting it
Mm.
sort of slowly treading into the industry, and like I was working at like local radio stations and getting my foot in. So it felt like a really progressive year for me, and I was like really on top of all the releases.
Yeah.
Like when Enemy was weekly, I was
Yeah.
like on it, and if they said this is a good album, I'd buy it and I'd stick it in my car, and all my mates would listen to it,
Yeah.
and we'd just be obsessed. So like I was going back to Metronomy, the English
Oh,
Riviera,
nice one.
Arcade Fire, the Suburbs, which to me has
Oh,
not been surpassed by them, and
yeah.
stuff like that. And I was just like, I was living back in 2011 to make myself feel better. It's so
That's
strange.
fair enough. Because
Mm.
back then, like, you were only just sort of becoming an adult. Like, things were a lot calmer and more simple, probably. So it makes
Oh,
sense.
I live so much in the past. I've still got T-shirts from 2011. I recognise as being like I've had it since college, and I don't.
Really?
I'm not chucking them away, and I don't wear them anymore because they're like scabs of what a T-shirt is now. But I can't bear
Strange.
to like. I can't
Or
get rid
make a
of them.
quilt out of them.
I could do, but I'm not creative like that. You know.
Oh.
So we'll see. I'll send them
Well,
to me
now
mum.
you've said it on here, maybe someone will watch and they'll offer up their services.
That's a good idea to have a little quilt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Maybe I should do that.
It would be lovely,
Oh,
wouldn't it? You could go to sleep with all your favourite bands and memories every night.
I'd be like the ultimate little what's it called? People that sleep with the bands. It's on School of Rock.
Groupie?
Groupie, yeah, there we go. Finally, my dream of being a groupie.
Oh, Jack, this has been so fun.
Yeah.
I just wanted to sort of end on one question, which is, what 5 words would you use to sum up your lockdown?
So this sounds really disingenuous.
Okay.
And I'm saying this in a respect that I've not been too bad. My family's been safe, and I'm very aware and grateful for that. But basically, it's not been too bad.
Okay.
Like, all in all, I'm very lucky. My job's not been in jeopardy. My family's safe, and I've got a bicycle, baby. Like,
yeah.
I've got a bit of freedom, you know?
Yeah.
So it's sort of, like, I've taken it as like, oh, so this is what's important. It's made me realize what I need to be happy. It turns out it's not loads of stuff. It's not always going out. It's not always doing this and that. It's I miss socializing. Yeah, I miss these things, but I can sort of get by. I'm quite lucky, and it's made me quite grateful. So that's why I'm saying it. It's not been too bad because I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Good position. So yeah, I'd say that's it.
Oh, amazing. Oh, well, yeah, I would have to agree. I think there's been challenges, but overall, I've just thought it was it's been a really good time for me to sort of invest in me. And yeah, like you said, sort of what's important, what do I really want to do, what can I do? You know, it's been a really interesting time. I would say it's been a period of learning, and hopefully it just keeps continuing.
Oh, powerful. What a conversation we've had. What a conversation. Oh.
It's been great. Well, Jack, thank you so much. Honestly, this has been so fun. I've had a really fun afternoon. We should chat again soon. Keep me posted on life. I'm going to have a look over some of the things that you've told me about. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll chat to you soon.
Yeah, I'm going to do some editing myself. So I'll catch you later.